On page 33 of the book, we continue the practice joining letters into words. We've done Ra. We're now going to start with Zain. Zain in the beginning, in the middle, and final one at the end. Zafara is the first one. Za, fa, ra. Zafara. Let's join them where it is appropriate. Za or Zain is an OT letter, cannot be extended to the left. Therefore, we write fa and join. Zafara. Zafara. Zain in the middle. Lazima. La. Zi. Ma. Lazima. Joined. La. Zi. Ma. La. Zi. Ma. Lazima. That's a Zain in the middle. Zain in the end. Ajiza. A. Ji. Za. Ajiza. A. Ji. A. Ji. Za. Ajiza. Note how the jim is sitting on top of the chair provided. So we have ajiza, ajiza, ajiza. So we've done Ra, Zain, Ra. The next letter is Sin. Sin, the beginning, Samia. Sa, Mi, A. Samia. Join Sa. Look how I'm preparing the room for the meme to go like a sort of below the line a little bit. So prepare that, reverse your hand movement, pencil or pen, and do your eye. So Sa, Mi, A. Samia. Now Sin in the middle. Kasaba, for instance. Kasaba. Kasaba. Kaf. Sin and Sa, Fatha. Ba. Kasaba. Joined. Remember that the kaf needs to change shape in the joint form. So we have Ka, Sa, Ba. All in one go. Go back to finish off the Ka. And then apply your vowel. Ka, sa, ba. Kasaba. That's your sin in the middle. Sin in the end will be abasa. A, ba, sa. Abasa. A, ba, sa. Abasa. Abasa. So sin, beginning, sin, middle, sin, the end. We start on page 34 with letter Shin. Shin, we start with Shin, the beginning, a Shin with Dhamma, becomes Shu. Fa, with Kesra, Fi, Shu, Fi, and then Ya, Fatha, Shufiya. Join nicely, continue. Let's write that Ya in different format at the end to make sure that you see what's going on. Shufiya, so write Shufiya. Go back, put your vowel, shufiya. That's shin, the beginning. Shin in the middle, nashifa. Na, shi, fa. Na, shi, fa. Nashifa. Join. Na, shi, fa. Na, shi, fa. Nashifa. That's your shin in the middle. Shin at the end, naqasha. Na, qa, sha. Naqasha. Joint form. Na, qa, sha. Na, qa, sha. Naqasha. Still on page 34, we start letter sod. So in the beginning, sobara. So, ba, ra. Sobara. Join. So, ba, ra. So, ba, ra. Here, let me call your attention to something in sod. You notice that here, I retain this corner of sod before I extend it to make the next letter. That's necessary. That must be, retained. This corner. From there, you extend it. So, sobara. So what you mustn't do this. That's not a sod. To make sod, you need to retain that corner. Okay? Just need to to call your attention to that. So sobara at the beginning of sod. See sod in the middle. Nasara. Na, sa, ra. Nasara. Joint form. Na. Remember that you need to repositioning your hand when writing sod in the joint form in the middle. So say na, sa, ra. Na, sa, ra. Nasara. Sod at the end, naqasa. Na, qa, sa. Naqasa. Join. Na, qa, sa. Na, qa, sa. Naqasa. That's marked the end of page 34. On page 35, we start letter dod. Dod, at the beginning. Dha, dhahik, dhahika, dhahika. Dod. As dod. Ha, with kasra. Hi, ka. Dhahika. Join. Dah, hi, ka. Dhahika. Dhahika. Let's look at dot in the middle. Nadija. Nadija. Na, di, ja. Nadija. Join. Na, di, ja. Na, di, ja. Nadija. Now dot at the end. Khafada. Khafada. Kha, fa, da. Khafada. Joined. Kha, fa, do. Kha, fa, do. Khafada. Still on page 35, next letter is to. Tolaba. To. La. Ba. Tolaba. Join. To. La. Ba. To. La. Ba. Tolaba. To in the middle. Latufa. La. Tu. Fa. Latufa. La. Tu. Fa. La. Tu. Fa. Latufa. To at the end, mashata. Ma. Sha. Ta. Mashata. Join, go anti-clockwise with your mim in the join format. Ma. Sha. Ta. Mashata. Ma. Sha. Ta. Mashata. Next letter, we now move to page 36, and that is dho. Dho, dhahara. Dho, ha, ra. Dhahara. Join dho, ha, ra. Dho, ha, ra. Dhahara. Dho in the middle, nadhara. Na. Dha. Ra. Nadhara. Joined. Na. Dha. Ra. Na. Dha. Ra. Nadhara. The next one, hafidha. To make dha at the end. Ha. Fi. Dha. Hafidha. Let's write it the join format. Ha. Fi. Dha. Ha. Fi. Dha. Hafidha. Now, still on page 36, the next letter is Ain. Ain at the beginning, Amila. A. Mi. La. Amila. A. Mi. La. A. Mi. La. Amila. That's Ain at the beginning. Ain in the middle will be La. Ba. La. Ba. La'iba. Let's try and join that. La. Ba. La. Ba. La'iba. Now we have lama'a, the ain, the end. La. Ma. A. Lama'a. La. Ma. A. La. Ma. A. Lama'a. That concludes page 36. Now, page 37, we start with letter Ghain. Ghain, the beginning, Ghasala. Gha. sa, la. Ghasala. Join. Ra, sa, la. Ra, sa, la. Now we need to do ghain in the middle. Saghura. Sa, ru, ra. Saghura. Join. Sa, ru, ra. Sa, ru, ra. Saghura. Ghain in the end. Ba, la, ra. Ba, la, ra. Balagha. Join. Ba, la, ra. Ba, la, ra. Balagha. So we're done now. Ain, ghain. Next letter is fa. 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 The beginning. We're still on page 37. So we have falata. Fa. Fa. Fa, la, ta. Let's make sure that our lam comes right below the line before we cut it up. So fa, la, ta. Falata. Join. Fa, la, ta. Fa, la, ta. Falata. The next is qafaza. Fa in the middle. Qa, fa, za. Qafaza. Joined. Qa, fa, za. Qa, fa, za. Qafaza. Now we need fa at the end. Qatafa. So qa, ta, fa. Qa, ta, fa. Qatafa. Join. Qa, ta, fa. Qa, ta, fa. Qatafa. Let's conclude page 37. Next, on page 38, we start with letter qaf. Qaf. So qaf, the beginning will be qabila. Qa, bi, la. Qabila. Join. Qa, bi, la. Qa, bi, la. Qabila. Let's now do qaf in the middle. Faqada. Faqada. Fa, qa, da. Faqada. Let's join that. Fa, qa, da. Fa, qa, da. Faqada. Now qaf at the end is nataqa. Na, ta, qa. Nataqa. Joined. Na, ta, qa. Na, ta, qa. Nataqa. So we've done now qaf, beginning, middle, and end. So the next is kaf. Kaf at the beginning, katama. Ka, ta, ma. Katama. Join. Ka, ta, ma. Complete your kaf. Ka, ta, ma. Katama. Kaf in the middle, sakana. Sa, ka, na. Sakana. Let's join that. Sa, ka, na. Sa, ka, na. Sakana. We're looking for kaf at the end, like a massacre, for instance. Massacre. Ma, sa, ka. Massacre. Joined. Ma, sa, ka. Ma, sa, ka. Massacre. With that, we've concluded now page 38. On page 39, we start with letter lam. La, bi, sa. La, bi, sa. Labisa. Join. La, bi, sa. Labisa. Lam in the middle. Salaba. Sa, la, ba. Salaba. Join form. Sa, la, ba. Sa, la, ba. Lam in the end will be fashila. Fa, shi, la. Fashila. Fa, shi, la. Fashila. Let's join that. Fa, shi, la. Fa, shi, la. Fashila. The next letter will be mim. After the lam follows mim. Mim at the beginning, mana'a. Ma, na, a. Mana'a. Join. Ma, na, a. Ma, na, a. Mana'a. Let's look at for mim in the middle. Somata. Sod. So, ma, ta. Somata. So, ma, ta. Somata. Let's write it in joint format. So, ma, ta. So, ma, ta. Somata. Now we are looking for mim at the end, like alima. A, li, ma. Alima. Joint form. A, li, ma. A, li, ma. Alima. With that we conclude page 39. On page 40 we'll start letter nun. Nasha'a. Na, sha, a. Nasha'a. Join. Na, sha, a. Na, sha, a. With that hamza on top of your alif. Nasha'a. Now we look for noon in the middle. Sona'a. So, na, a. Sona'a. Joint format. So, na, a. So, na, a. Sona'a. Noon at the end. Hazina. Ha, zi, na. Hazina. Join. Ha, zi, na. Ha, zi, na. Hazina. After the noon, the next letter is ha. We're still on page 40. Ha. Ha at the beginning. Hamasa. So we have ha. Now isolate. Mim. And then sa. Joint format. Ha, ma, sa. Ha, ma, sa. Hamasa. Ha in the middle. Ha like nahada. Na ha da. Nahada. Join. Na ha da. Na ha da. Nahada. Ha at the end. Sa fi ha. Safiha. Join. Sa fi ha. Sa fi ha. Safiha. With that we conclude page 40. Page 41. We deal with letter waw. Remember, waw is part of the naughty letters, cannot be extended to the left. Wasala. Wa sa la. Wasala. Join format. Wa sa la. Wa sa la. Wasala. Wow in the middle, such as ta and wow and ya. Tu, we, ya. For example, so we have tu, we, ya. Tu, we, ya. Join format. Tu, we, ya. Tu, we, ya. Tu, we, ya. Wow at the end, we can, example of that would be like rain and zain and wow. مثلا, so we write rain, with fatha, ra. Now we have zain and we have wow. Now when we join that together, for instance, it will becomes that's the way that will be joined together. Now you may be wondering, what is sound? So the sound we're going to deal with now, we're just going to put the fatha on ra. We will explain this sound later on, which is sukun. It will be explained later and we will know how to pronounce that. But let's leave it at that. Important things now is to really, join the letter properly. So ghazw. The next one is, we have done wow. Now, ya. End of alphabet, ya. So, yarithu, for instance, yarithu. Ya. Ri. Thu. Yarithu. Joined. Ya. Ri. Thu. Ya. Ri. Thu. Yarithu. Ya. In the middle, we have bait, for instance. We have ba. We have this here with sukun on it. We will explain that later. And then we have the ta. We can put two there. Baitu. So, bai. Baitu. That will be explained as sukun. Don't panic, it will be explained later on. So, bait. Now we need ya at the end to conclude the alphabet. So, bait, the next one is nasiya. Na, si, ya. Nasiya. That's ya. At the beginning, at the end, nasiya. Let's join that. Na, si, ya. Na, si, ya. Nasiya. Now, I'm confident now that you can join all your letters from alif to ya in any order. You know what to do, and you are now becoming experts in how to write Arabic in a joint format. No more separate letters. Alhamdulillah. Well done. Shukran. Ma'asalama. Ila liqa.